friends, Ricky here of ItsRickysChannel. I'm here today with my player model. Yes, my red rabbit player model. Red Toy Bonnie recolor. Yes, I am very original, but I adore him too much to get rid of him. Isn't he just spiffy? Isn't he just adorable? But yes, I am here today in Garrys Mod because I plan to do a reboot of an old series I used to do on my old channel of the same name, in which I used to explore a lot of Garrys Mod content. Now, initially that series used to be more a case of exploring Garrys Mod maps and such, but I plan to extend this to not just player maps, but also going into player models, going into exploring additional like interactive content such as vehicles and other things that interest me. So I'm hopefully you'll find this interesting. I plan to use this as a way to kind of like showcase some stuff like content you can download that you may have not seen or heard of before that you might find interesting. Give my input, give my reviews off, and hopefully you know, just as I say, just showcase stuff that I find interesting. So the goal of this series, as I say, is not really. It's quite broad in its scope. I plan to, as I say, explore things like maps and models, additional mods, maybe things like morphs for character models and such. But yeah, this episode is going to start off with me exploring some FNAF related content, including some recreations of maps from, say, Security Breach, because I found at least 3 of those kind of maps, and I plan to showcase them for you today, and hope you find this interesting. And if you do find this series interesting, I would love it if you could join the channel by hitting the subscribe button so you never miss a new upload of this series, as well as my other content, including my indie game Let's Play series and my Sorcerer Maker animations. If you're interested, please remember to hit the subscribe button, like this video if you enjoy it, so you know it'll help with the video in the algorithm and stuff. And if you have suggestions for future content I can do in this series, let me know in the comments down below. That being said, we're going to jump on to the first of 3 maps I have involving recreations of the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Megaplex. So we're going to jump into that right now. Whee! Alright friends, so here we are on the first episode of my rebooted Garrys Mod exploration series. This is going to be a map exploration today, and we are going to be today exploring a map called Mega Pizzaplex. It's one of 3 maps intended to try and rebuild the Pizzaplex from FNAF Security Breach. I'm just waiting now for the version from Security Breach Ruin, and I do plan to get back onto that. If I've not got back into playing, you know, the next part of the Let's Play when this video comes out, I do plan to in the future. Probably a bit for Halloween though. I am sad to say, but here we are. We are here today within the foyer, the main foyer. Now this map is actually kind of limited compared to other maps. I'm going to try and essentially the whole goal of this series is to try and like explore the maps, give a little bit of a review, maybe you know suggest to developers how they could do to improve the maps and such. I do believe though that this developer has said in the page that they'll only be doing like bug fixes and such for the map. Otherwise, they're planning not to add any new content to it. There's other maps, as I say, to explore in the future, so we can take a look at those. I will say though, this map does require it does require a Counter-Strike Source to play, so you'll need to buy Counter-Strike Source to play, otherwise you'll see a lot of error models, and in this case a lot of purple souping. Like in this scenario right here, you've got the I call it purple souping. It's a Sims term, but it's, you know, it's just the novel term for this checkerboarding, which is universal between games. But yeah, the Sims, especially Sims 2 and 3, have problems with checkerboarding like this, and it's lovingly called in the community purple souping, and that's what I call this. But there you go. That's only one example where it's a problem. Everywhere else the map is fixed when you have Counter-Strike Source installed. I might re-explore this map in the future with CSS uninstalled. But here we are. This is the main Pizzaplex. This is the main four. I was going to call it the forecourt. No, it's not the forecourt. It's the front area. And first part you start with at the start of the game. Foyer is essentially what it could be, and you've got several sets of staircases. You've got some escalators which are just static, and they were static in the game as well, to be fair, so no too many points taken off for that one. You've got the elevator, which unlike in the actual game is not blocked off as it seems, but there's just no way to access it properly. Kind of reminds me of the elevators at my local mall, but there we go. That is that for that instance. We're going to go up the stairs, and there's a lot of stuff we can explore through this, so we can just explore the front area right here. Not a lot going on up here. And the elevators are essentially, the doors are just essentially just plastered on sort of thing. You can't interact with them. There's no way to access any other part of the map through the lifts. As I say, there's more escalators, and if you go down here, there's a whole valley of these what do you call them? The prams, or whatever you want to call these in your location, you know, or buggies, or whatever you want to call them. They're here. There is a lot of models extracted from the game itself, although they're not actually interactable. And I'll show you that in just a second. But here we are, the main forecourt, the foyer area, and you can kind of see it. And this is something I didn't notice. I think I noticed it in Ruin. I don't think I'm ever going to play the base game of FNAF Security Breach, but I didn't notice this. But the coconuts on this tree are the lights for the well, in the case for the map, the actual location itself, which I think is quite an interesting little design thing. It's quite a unique little design thing on behalf of the builders, or you know, the map creators, so to speak. It's, you know, if there's a real location, that would be a very original sort of idea. I don't think I've ever seen this, even in like real malls, or, you know, Mega Plexes and that kind of thing, like this Pizzaplex. We're going to go through here. This is one of the canteen areas, which I actually kind of love this bit from the map. Shame we can't access this bit. It would have been interesting to see how they would have made this look a bit deprecate from that point of view. But yeah, there's not really a lot going on here. There's a lot of Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life models going on, which is a little bit weird since you've got this bin or bunker, whatever you call this over here. I don't know what you call this. Just in case you're asking, no, you cannot enter this. You can't hide in this. It is a prop. Go up here. No tables. There's seats, but there's no tables. That's a little bit strange. So yeah, that's it for this little bit over here. Staff only. Staff only. Right, so we're in the kitchen. You know, more Half-Life, more I suppose the Counter-Strike content going on. Gotta love the old Garrys Mod aesthetic. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go down the steps, and we're going to go to this little back area right here. I forget where that door takes us, but we'll find it in just a second. We're going to step through here, and we see ourselves in a little back room right here. And if we cut on these doors, we are in one of the reception areas. Hello, can I take your order? Got a bunch of computers and stuff right here, so I'm pretty sure this is probably be where you would. This would probably be like a ticket booth and stuff. But yeah, that's that thing. Again, this is just a prop. You can't really access the this gift box right here. As I say, it's just a prop. Nothing to worry about on that one. Although I do like the fact that they have actually taken the models from the actual game itself. It's quite a nice touch. I do wish they would probably take some more stuff from the game though, instead of just taking a lot of Garrys Mod pre-made content and such. And having to require CSS to get the map working, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't really want the idea of, like the idea of having to install other games to make other games work, but, you know, that's that. And, yeah, I can crawl through, I can crawl through the vents without having to worry about being chased by a little mini, what do you call it? Can I get through? Am I stuck? Not anymore. I'm going to drag this out. I'm going to crawl back through here. Can I jump back? There we go. Let us do the thing. Right, so what's through this door then? Oh, this takes us into this little ticket area with a functioning ticket booth, with the addition of animation, which is I think it's quite funny. There's animation on the screen, which is a nice touch. So whoever ported this model, good on you. It's a nice little interesting touch. I just wish, as I say, they could bring some more stuff to this. Did I just walk into that? I did. I can't seem to drag it though. That's a bit strange, but you know. What does this say? Upgrade your full access pass. What does it mean upgrade my full access? If it's full access, why do I need to upgrade it? That doesn't make sense. We're in a little bit of a locker room. Pretty sure if this was a real location, this would probably be where you could like, take your stuff, you know, just lock it away for the day, and then just, you know, faff about. In the Pizzaplex, there's a lot to get lost in this building, which is kind of nice. Back to the purple soup area. And one thing I forgot to point out though is as well is you can kind of see in a lot of areas, which I think is a nice, interesting touch, is the person who's built this map has added the addition of the neon glowing lights from the original map, and I actually love this. I do think this is a bit of a rendering glitch though. The fact that these turnstiles are glowing the way they are. That's a bit of a glitch, I believe. But yeah, I like this addition, this touch of the glowing neon coloured lights. Very nice. Very nice aesthetically, and it's aesthetically pleasing. I can speak English, thanks. You know, the daycare in this map does not actually work. There is a map of my little collection of Garrys Mod maps where there is actually an area that's built. There we go. The Superstar Daycare pickup, daycare pass required for entry. But I don't think this map is actually programmed properly to adhere to that. I do love the additional attention to detail right here. Like, you know, there's a bit of a step on these little bridges getting to these rooms. That's an interesting little touch. And you don't have to worry about bots flying about here and, you know, almost killing your staking thing. Very retro carpeting, I will say. Reminds me of a carpet I used to have as a kid. Very, very 1990s in its aesthetic, you know, a lot of shapes and stuff going on. But I'm pretty sure the aesthetic of the Pizzaplex is supposed to be more like, you know, more modern 1980s kind of stuff going on because of the stuff that the animatronics were. So I'm pretty sure the 80s might be in vogue around the time this game is set. But yeah, there we go. That is not a lot going on as here with this map. It's just very bare bones, and I do believe there's not. You know, there's not going to be future updates. I just noticed this as well. Very nice little backdrops right here. So whatever the person who built this program, this, you know, I think his name is ZIFIRKA. Took me this long to actually credit the guy's name there. The work he did do, or they did, I don't want to misgender them, was quite well endowed. I will say it's quite well done. For the details that they did add to this. Go down the stairs. This is where you pick up I think it's the day pass or something. It'll be on this little shelf right here, with a little parcel that you have to open. And fun enough, in Security Breach Ruin, for those that are inclined to know, because I've already let's played it, the first part of it. What's creepy about FNAF Ruin is when you first start off the game, you enter this bit. And the shelf is still there, with the parcel still open from when Gregory opened it in Security Breach, which is very, very, very creepy. Let's take a look at some other stuff around the map before we set sail from this one. Loving the posters again. As I said, there's a lot of neon lights going on. Very nice at a lot. This section right here is completely, you know, not there. More neon lights. This bit is inaccessible. Nope. More posters. So yeah, I will say well done to the guy who, or you know, as I say, whoever it is who made this. I don't want to misgender them. The person who built this map, I do say well done to them for putting this together, because for the limited content they've added to this map, they've actually done quite a good job when it comes to some of the content they've added to it, like these posters and such, which is really cool. And they look quite high res as well. They look as if they're painted onto the wall, which is very nice. And you got Freddy, and then you got Chica, and then over there you got Monty and Roxanne, and then you've got this little statue, as I say, which I'm also just realizing now, looking at it for the third time, that I think this model could also be a little bit glitchy as well, which is probably not rendering right, because I don't think this is actually the colour it's supposed to glow in the game. But I'm not going to deduct too many points for that one. That's actually just the fact that this map exists in a way that it does is very cool. More posters, which is very nice to see. So it really does add some depth to the map. You know, if it was more bare bones, I'd probably be deducting points for them not being there. But yeah, there you go. That is that. There's, as I say, there's not a lot to go by when it comes to this map. It's very limited in its content and detail. But the stuff that it does include, I will say good major props for that. I think it's a really cool map. Not sure if I'd give it a score though. I'm not really sure how I'd score it, to be fair. But I'll probably give it like an 8 out of 10. Because it's a very limited map, but the stuff they have added to it, you know, the details are there and they're very much welcome. So there you go. That is that for this version of or this variation of someone's port or rebuild of the FNAF Pizzaplex map from FNAF Security Breach. This is by ZIFIRKA, as I will say, and if you're interested in downloading this map, I will leave a link to the map down below in the description area if you're interested in playing this for yourself and playing this with your friends and doing what you want to do with this map. That being said, guys, that's going to be it for this very first episode of Garrys Mod Explorations, of my Garrys Mod Exploration series. I'm not just going to be doing maps. I will also be doing things like models, I will be doing collections, I will be doing possibly morphs and stuff. Just stuff that I find interesting. This is going to be a little more than just map explorations than I did in my previous series. But I hope you find this interesting. If you do, I would ask that you hit the subscribe button so you can catch new episodes of this little series I'm doing right here. If you enjoyed this one particular, please leave a like and it will help the video in the YouTube algorithm. And if you have any suggestions for any other maps you want me to explore in the future, please leave a comment down below with those down below. That being said, guys, as I said, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and until next time, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all for the next video. Bye now.